In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on October 24, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Denver Nuggets. 2 of the top teams in the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets, will go head-to-head on Thursday night in Denver to kick off the 2023-2024 NBA season. Both squads come into the new season with high expectations and something to prove. Last season, the Thunder finished as the top seed in the Western Conference playoffs, but were eliminated in the second round by the Dallas Mavericks in 6 games. Meanwhile, the Nuggets' attempt to defend their NBA championship fell short in the Western Conference semifinals, where they were also eliminated in 6 games by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oklahoma City will be entering the opener a bit undermanned, with key contributors Isaiah Hartenstein, Jalen Williams listed on the injury report. Denver, in contrast, will be taking the floor at full strength, looking to capitalize on their home court advantage. The Thunder have generated a lot of excitement heading into the season, and it is well earned. With a deep roster and plenty of experience now under their belts, they're no longer seen as too young or inexperienced to compete for a title. At the heart of their team is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a dynamic playmaker who has emerged as both an MVP candidate and a potential NBA scoring champion. His supporting cast is filled with skilled and versatile players who can contribute on both ends of the floor. Depending on the night, the Thunder can overwhelm opponents with explosive offense or stifling defense. For Denver, the path to success still revolves around Nikola Jokic, arguably the best player in the NBA. Despite minor roster adjustments, the team's championship hopes rest heavily on the 2-time MVP's ability to maintain his dominant form. The Nuggets recently extended forward Aaron Gordon, solidifying a key piece of their lineup. But the real difference makers are Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. When both Murray and Porter are in peak form, Denver becomes nearly unbeatable, adding layers to their offense that make them difficult to defend. While the Thunder have garnered plenty of preseason buzz, the Nuggets enter Thursday's contest as the home favorites. Denver boasts one of the league's best home court advantages, and they'll be motivated to snap a 3-game losing streak against Oklahoma City. The matchup is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing season openers, as both teams are expected to give their best effort right out of the gate. The Nuggets will be eager to start the season strong, just as they did last year, and they'll have the benefit of facing a slightly depleted Thunder team. Oklahoma City won 3 out of 4 games against Denver last season, but the Nuggets dominated the first meeting between the 2 teams, which may have been due to their fresh legs early in the season. Thursday night's game could follow a similar pattern, as Denver once again leans heavily on their starting 5. However, with Hartenstein out and Jalen Williams potentially missing time, the Thunder's depth could be tested from the outset. This gives Denver an edge, as Jokic is expected to have a favorable matchup against Oklahoma City's rookie center, Chet Holmgren. Holmgren, while talented, lacks the size and experience to handle Jokic's elite post play. With some of Oklahoma City's key rotation players unavailable, Denver's depth advantage becomes less of a factor, further tilting the odds in their favor. A wild card to watch is Russell Westbrook. Though Westbrook is now far removed from his time with the Thunder, his relentless motor and ability to attack the rim could play a significant role in this matchup, particularly early in the season when he's still fresh. If Westbrook has a strong night, it could complicate things for the Thunder, who will need to contain his drives while also dealing with Denver's offensive firepower. While the Thunder won't be frequent underdogs this season, betting against Denver at home is always risky. The Nuggets have been one of the league's most consistent home teams, and with no major injuries to their rotation, they appear well positioned to take control of this game. Even though Oklahoma City has the talent to pull off an upset, especially if Gilgeous-Alexander delivers a standout performance, the safer bet is to back the Nuggets. Denver started last season with an impressive 8 wins in their first 9 games, and they'll be looking to replicate that fast start. Although one could argue for the Thunder to pull off a minor upset, the more logical pick is Denver, especially given the small point spread. With Denver's home court dominance and Oklahoma City missing some key players, the Nuggets are the safer choice to win outright and cover the spread. Over the course of the season, the Thunder may ultimately finish with a stronger overall record, but for this opener, Denver holds the upper hand. So the Denver Nuggets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. From a betting perspective, the total points line also offers an intriguing angle. Last season, the Nuggets hit the over in 19 of their 41 home games, a 46.3% rate. However, 40 of their 64 conference matchups finished under the posted total. On average, Denver games combined for 226 points, just shy of the 225.5 over-under for this matchup. Meanwhile, the Thunder saw a higher percentage of their games surpass the over-under. They exceeded the total in 51.2% of their home games and 58.5% of their away contests, with 51 of their games going over 225.5 points. Oklahoma City's games averaged 232 points, which is 7 points above the projected total for Thursday's matchup. Given both teams' offensive capabilities, it wouldn't be surprising to see a high-scoring game despite some early season rust. The energy in the arena will be electric, and with star players like Jokic and Gilgeous-Alexander ready to put on a show, the over seems like a solid play. Even if the game starts out a bit sloppy, the scoring should pick up as the game progresses, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Sacramento Kings. Two Western Conference teams will take the court seeking an early season win as they meet in California's capital, Sacramento. The Minnesota Timberwolves are hitting the road to face off against the Sacramento Kings on Thursday night. Minnesota comes into this matchup fresh off a narrow 110-103 road loss to the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday night in their season opener, where they failed to cover the spread as slight 1-point underdogs. Meanwhile, Sacramento looks to begin their 2023-2024 campaign on a high note after a bittersweet finish last season. The Kings wrapped up the previous year with a respectable 46-36 record, landing in 9th place in the Western Conference standings, though they ultimately missed out on the playoffs. They crushed the Golden State Warriors 118-94 in the September 10th play-in matchup, only to fall short 105-98 against the New Orleans Pelicans in the fight for the final 8th seed. Historically, Minnesota holds a slight edge in the regular season series, leading 68-62, but the Kings claimed 2 out of 3 meetings last season. Their most recent encounter on March 1, 2024, saw Sacramento pull off a hard-fought 124-120 overtime win on the road. I'm especially excited about Sacramento's addition of DeMar DeRozan, who brings veteran experience and a much-needed late-game scorer to this young, energetic Kings squad. DeRozan's leadership in critical moments will complement the team's youthful core. On the other side, the Timberwolves have also improved with the acquisition of Julius Randle, giving their roster more versatility and depth. Much like DeRozan for Sacramento, Randle brings toughness, scoring, and rebounding qualities that will enhance Minnesota's game on both ends of the floor. Early season games are always tricky to predict, especially when one team hasn't played yet, but Minnesota's first outing against the Lakers showed some encouraging signs. Despite the loss, the Timberwolves displayed resilience by coming back from a 19-point deficit, refusing to fold even when the odds were stacked against them. This kind of fight signals that they'll likely come out aggressive and determined in Sacramento. The Kings deserve credit for being formidable on their home floor, where they've historically performed well, and they've made some key improvements over the summer that should help them get off to a strong start. However, Minnesota has a potential edge with a game already under their belt. Early in the season, having that first game experience, win or lose, can make a difference, especially in terms of rhythm and conditioning. If the Timberwolves plan to contend for a playoff spot in the competitive Western Conference, they'll need to take advantage of these early opportunities. Additionally, Minnesota has thrived in the underdog role, going 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 games as an underdog, which adds another layer of intrigue to this matchup. In what should be a tightly contested game, even with the Kings playing at home, the Minnesota Timberwolves money line is our full game side pick. When looking at recent trends between these two teams, the over has hit in 2 of their 3 meetings last season, with both teams combining to average 229 points per contest. In their season opener, Minnesota struggled offensively, shooting just 41.2% from the field and managing only 107 points, a drop-off from their 113-point average from last season. Although Anthony Edwards did the heavy lifting for the Timberwolves, the rest of the team will need to step up and contribute to avoid another sluggish performance. After their disappointing offensive showing against the Lakers, expect a more focused effort from Minnesota as they aim to rediscover their scoring rhythm. On the other hand, the Kings will be eager to make a statement in their season debut. This game offers Sacramento the perfect opportunity to showcase the offensive upgrades they worked on during the offseason. With the home crowd behind them, I anticipate the Kings to come out fast and aggressive, setting the tone early. De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis remain the cornerstones of the team, and the added support around them should ease their workloads, leading to more efficient scoring chances for both stars. The deeper supporting cast also gives the Kings the flexibility to keep the pace high throughout the game, something that will likely challenge the Timberwolves' defense. Given the offensive potential on both sides, this matchup seems primed for a high-scoring affair. The Kings' home opener should feature plenty of fireworks, and Minnesota has too much firepower to let the game turn into a defensive slog. With both teams contributing to the scoreline, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.